Welcome back to Scamversations. Today, we're diving deep into a scam that literally threatens your everyday life. We're talking about those fake utility bill and service cutoff scams.
Oh, yes, I've heard about those rattling calls. They really get under your skin, don't they?
Absolutely. It's like you're just sitting there and suddenly get a call saying your power's about to be cut off unless you pay now. And it doesn't matter if it's your
Yes.
electric, gas, water, or even internet service.
Yeah, the scammer uses, this whole urgency tactic to take advantage of you. How do they even set that up?
Well, the scam usually kicks off with a phone call or a text that mimics a message from like a utility company. They often say things like, "This is the disconnection department," or hint that a technician is already en route. And they
Right,
use
right.
caller ID spoofing so that the number looks legit. Even sometimes what appears like your actual utility company's number.
Caller ID spoofing is such a sneaky trick. It makes you really think the threat is real.
Exactly. They create a mix of stress and urgency to short circuit your doubts. Imagine receiving a call that demands payment now because they'll disconnect your service
Yeah.
within the hour. That's peak panic mode.
And what's insane is that they won't give you any option to verify. No way to speak to someone else or check the legitimacy. Just a hard, fast ultimatum.
Right. And then if you do end up paying, it's all gone like magic. No receipt, no confirmation. The scammer is simply gone off the face of the earth with your money.
Exactly. Now let's break down the scam playbook a bit more, shall we? For instance, aside from spoofing, what else do they do?
Sure thing. First off, the high pressure language is key. They use phrases like final notice or dispatch in progress, which makes you feel like there's no time for questions. It's like they're telling you to stop thinking and start paying.
Yeah, that totally puts you on the defensive.
Then there's the part where they ask for unusual payments, and I mean really unusual. It could be gift cards, Zelle, Cash App, even cryptocurrencies. They almost never ask for the traditional payment methods.
Right. That detail always raises a red flag in my mind. I mean, why would a utility company ask for money through a gift card, for example?
Exactly. That's the giveaway. Even more, sometimes they might even know a bit about you, like your name, your address, or a recent payment amount if they've snagged some data from breaches. It makes the whole thing seem legit for a moment.
I see that. But don't you think it's a bit of an exaggeration, knowing some basic info? Do you really feel that does a lot for the scam's credibility?
Well, I respect that point. It's not all powerful credibility, but it adds a layer of reassurance for someone who's already anxious. It's like, oh, they know who I am, so they must be genuine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. And then comes the part most people dread. It actually works. Victims end up paying, and then naturally, nothing happens. No receipt, no disconnection, just silence.
It's almost cruel in its simplicity, isn't it? Totally. I heard about that small restaurant owner who ended up paying hundreds in gift cards during a lunch rush. That scenario is mind-blowing.
Yes. In that case, she received a call in the middle of her busy day, 45 minutes until the so-called disconnection. Panicked, she ended up paying something like $900 in gift cards. Then she later called the utility company, and they confirmed her account was perfectly in order.
Wow, that's just terrible.
And there's also the case of the elderly couple in Arizona, a QR code and a taped notice on their door, insisting on a Zelle payment to keep their water running. Luckily, their daughter stepped in and they avoided a potential disaster.
Exactly. These stories really hit home because it shows how vulnerable some folks can be, especially the elderly.
Right. And that leads us into what we can do to protect ourselves. Stay with me here.
Yes, let's break down the protection tips now. What should our listeners remember?
First, real utility companies never disconnect your service without multiple written notices. They'll send mail, emails, and give you adequate time to react.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second, if anyone asks you to pay via gift cards, Zelle, or any of those unconventional methods, it's a massive red flag. It's not the standard practice.
And if you get that kind of call, it's best to hang up immediately and call the utility company using the number on your bill or their official website, right?
Exactly. Trust your gut. If something feels off, even if it appears urgent and official, pause and verify. It's all about not falling for the
Indeed.
panic.
And another smart move is setting up online account alerts. That way, you'll know when your bill is due, And there won't be any surprises, right?
Right on. That extra layer of monitoring can really save you from a lot of unnecessary stress and, more importantly, potential financial loss.
Now here's my question. If someone has already fallen victim, do you think there's any hope of recovering their money?
That's always tough. If you've already paid, the very first step is to call your bank immediately and file a complaint with the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov. However, often these scammers are completely unreachable.
Yeah, it's really a no-win situation often.
Absolutely. The scammers can be long gone by the time you figure it out, which makes recovery almost impossible.
I definitely think it shows the importance of being cautious and verifying any such threats before acting.
Exactly. And remember, real companies won't force you into an immediate decision. They want you to have time to breathe, to think. They use traditional
Yeah,
methods like mail notices, not just a sudden, rushed call or text.
it's really a power play by these scammers, isn't it? They aim to strike fear, pressure you, and manipulate your decision-making under stress.
Precisely. And that's why, despite the scams being so clever, staying informed is our best defense. Always take a moment to verify, get someone else's opinion if needed, and never succumb to pressure tactics.
Right, absolutely right. So to all our listeners, if you ever find yourself on the receiving end of a call threatening to cut off your service, remember, don't let panic dictate your actions.
Indeed, stay calm, verify using trusted sources, and if something seems too urgent or off, it's probably a scam.
Exactly.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. Keep watching your messages, trust your gut, and don't let these scammers pull the plug on your peace of mind. Stay alert out there, everyone.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure breaking this down with you. Stay safe and keep your defenses up until next time.
Love watching our content? Watch more online at lrces.tv. Linda Roberts calls scammers television, outsmarting scammers Linda's way.